What Mheshimiwa Ngeno is saying is a very important point. We are having a very serious discussion about his sentiments were about the threat to constitutional order in Kenya. I think if I had drafted the speech for Mheshimiwa Ngeno, that is what he attempted to address on that day. That there is an attempt to torpedo the Kenyan constitution, and every person who loves this country must rise up, stand, and tell off anybody who wants to take us back to the dark days. We know how difficult it was for Kenyans to get this current constitution. People paid with their blood, people paid with their lives. We cannot just be seen to be joking about it the way it is being done in this current republic. We've seen the fights between the executive and judiciary, between the executive and parliament. Therefore, Mheshimiwa Ngeno was telling the president, if you want to have the legitimacy and the latitude to amend this current constitution, begin first by respecting it as it is, so that you earn the respect of every Kenyan and they know that you are a true Democrat, you respected the spirit and the letter of our constitution, and therefore you have earned the right to amend it and make it better. How do you make better something that you don't believe in? The things that he said, I've drawn all sorts of reaction. But the truth of the matter is that the points that he's raising are very fundamental. That right now, as we discuss about the possibility, whether it is the right time to amend the constitution, Mheshimiwa Ngeno is asking, how do you solve a situation where two people elected on the same ticket can no longer see eye to eye? A governor and his deputy, a president and his deputy. How do you solve that problem? Those are the questions he's asking. Don't you know, good people, that 70 to 80% of the deputy governors in this country have no responsibilities? All they do is go to their offices, drink tea, and go back home in the evening. I see there's a lot of attention and focus only on the deputy president, but you forget that out of the 47 governors, you'll be lucky to count on one hand those who have responsibilities, those who still greet each other with their bosses, the governors. These are issues that we need to discuss openly as Kenyans and say, what do we do? Did we aspire too high and give a constitution that perhaps our ideals and our culture as a people don't allow us to live by?
I think there's been a lot of talk and a lot of concern about what the two gentlemen, Oscar Sudi and Ngeno, said. But I want people to know, when I have watched that clip more than 20 times now, and I can see what they were expressing was mental anguish on behalf of the people of Kenya. The people who are suffering economically and people who are watching as the state money and their taxes is being robbed on behalf of a disease that people are dying from and from suffering families. And we must make it clear that it does not matter what interpretation of the law they attempt to do. My mind is clear as a lawyer that what they said was not incitement and it was not hate speech. What you could probably say is they could have probably said it in a more refined manner and maybe in a formal manner. That is the only thing you can fault them. But what they said reflects the frustration of the people of Kenya. And I want to make it clear to those who want to try and use the law. Incitement is when you try and stir up hatred from one ethnic community to another ethnic community or to another race. That is the definition within the law. I want them to go and read the Penal Code, Section 77, and they will find that it is clear what incitement is. But in fact, the Penal Code goes further to say that the law against hate speech must not be used to muzzle fair criticism, fair comment, and comments made in good faith. It's very clear. Because the law didn't leave it open to us. The law actually said, yes, we agree under Article 33 of the Constitution that there is freedom of expression, but freedom of expression does not cover hate speech. Then we passed the NCIC Act, which in, I think, Section 13, clearly now makes a very good explanation of what is hate speech and what is incitement. And it said that incitement is when you try and create hatred or encourage hatred between one tribe and another, or one ethnic community and another, even against a race or somebody's citizenship. But it goes on to say that those provisions must not be used to muzzle any comments made in good faith. So 3 times our law clarifies the issue. So it is with great shock that I find that we want to utilize that law to stop people from making comments. And in fact, I've said many times that I'm challenging the media. I want the media to pull out all the clips of Raila Odinga when he insulted the president and the rest of us, including our mothers also. I want them to pick the clips of Millie Odhiambo, the clips of Kate Waruguru, the clips of Babu Owino. Even Babu Owino recently repeated the remarks. He said, in fact, when I said mtoto wa umbwa, I meant he's a puppy. But he's still calling him a puppy to this day. Surely, how come they're not arresting him? So if we're going to start arrests on that reason, then we must do it all the way. I am calling upon Law Society of Kenya to go to court for an interpretation or the definition of incitement and hate speech. Because, in fact, the people who should be accused of hate speech is Tobiko. Because Tobiko insulted the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And he is a public servant, and he has no business being in politics. Whereas the rest of us are allowed to make those comments. And today I am horrified that people like Gladys Wanga are even lecturing us about don't insult the president. Yet she is on record of having insulted the president. I'm on record, I have never howled insults. I have made fair criticism and constructive criticism against the government, which is my right and my job as oversight as a member of parliament.